You are welcome everyone to another video tutorial. Today we want to continue from where we stop, and we want to start creating our server. So we're going to start this project from the from the back end. So from the back end. So in the back end, you've noticed we don't have a server yet. So let's go create a server in the back end folder. So I'll say server.js. So this is a server I've just created. So I've already installed Express.js, so let me reference this. I'll say cons express equal to require express. So that's the first thing I will do. Then I will initialize express. I'll say cons app equal to express method. So I've just done that. Then the next thing I want to do is to set a port. I want to set a port for my Express, so I'm going to do that right now. So I'll come here and say let ports equal to 5000. Yeah, make sure that the ports of your backend is not the same thing with the port of your front end. You should also understand that by default React ports are always 3000. So don't go give your backend port 3000. It won't work that way. So I will say app, the app I initialize this app here. This app dot, it has to listen to a server call. So yeah, it takes in two parameters. The port I declared earlier. Sorry. Then a callback function. Now this callback function will tell us if our server has been created or not. So I'll just come here and put a template literal. I'll say server is listening to ports. Then I'll come here. Okay, now this is what I will basically do so that I can able to get signal to know if my server is actually up and running. So I'll create a route. So I'll come here, I'll create a route. I'll say, let me come here and say route. I'll come here and say app.get. Then this route will take in two parameters, which is the rec. Sorry. Then I'll come here and put the path. Then I'll put a callback function. Then this will be a request and response. The rec and res. So I'll pass in let me just come here and say rec dot send. Should I say rec dot send or rec dot send? No problem. Rec dot send. Then I'll come here and I'll do this. I'll say I am connected. Sorry about the spelling. I am connected. So that's what. Sorry, res, not rec. Res does send. Res. So I will save this. Then I want to see if our server is actually working on port 5000. So I'll go to my Postman, or let me go to my browser, because by default the browser can only perform get method. So I'll say console.localhost 5000. Oh, sorry, I've not started my server. Sorry about that. So we have to start our server for that to get affected. So I will come here and I will say nodemon. Then I'll come here and say server. So our server is connected already. So you can see it's working. So let me go to my browser and refresh the browser, and we should get that on the screen. You can see I am connected is on the screen. So that means our server is connected. So we've just created a server already. We've tested it to know if the server is connected or not. So we are going to stop here for now. I'll see you guys in the next class.